Welcome to another Cardano update. So Cardano is still above the bull market support band and it's still going up right now, which is good. But I think we need a correction very soon because we cannot go up so much without at least getting some kind of red candles, So I mean, you can call this right here a correction if you want, but I don't think it's enough. I mean, we went to the overbought territory on the 1 hour, we went to the overbought on the 4 hour, and I believe we are very close to going overbought on the daily as well, so we kind of need to cool off. Now, what does that mean, to cool off? Well, in my opinion, we should not go lower than 37 cents, let's say. So if we do get a correction, we should probably stay above that level. If we get to that level, then maybe the last chance to bounce would be at 35.4 cents. Going below that, that's not going to be good because we will go below the bull market support band, and honestly, I don't even want to see the price go below 37 cents. Because that would put us below the bull market support band, which would not be good because it would pretty much look like a rejection. So it would look like we got rejected by it. And if we test it again after we go below it and we do not manage to actually break above it, then, there's a chance that the price just does something like this, and there's even a chance that we put in another lower low in the main second wave move down, which would not be good. But I don't know if that will happen. I mean, Bitcoin is currently going up. It's currently at $65,000, almost $66,000. And if you look at the daily RSI on the Bitcoin chart, it's not overbought. So there is potential for the price to start rising right now. Now, we're still in September and there are like 3 days left of the month. So we might continue doing nothing for the upcoming, let's say, few days. But once we get to October, we should start pumping. Now, of course, October, like I said, it's a very good month for Bitcoin, but that does not mean that we have to start pumping on October 1st. It might take a few days, maybe even 1 or 2 weeks. But in my opinion, we will get to a new all-time high in October. We should, in my opinion, get to a new all-time high. Let's say we close at about 65k in September. If we go up like 16% in October, that would already put us at a new all-time high. Now, if we close at, let's say, 67k, we only have to go 13% up to get a new all-time high. Maybe not even that. So I do see Bitcoin getting to 80k in October. Now, of course, that's speculation, but judging by what happened in the previous cycles, I think it's very likely that we do that. Now, going back to the Cardano chart, I mean, we are still in a 1-2 setup and we still need a third wave move. And today I actually want to talk about the ADA Bitcoin chart because right now it's looking actually very interesting and we are testing the bull market support band again, as you can see. We are actually in the middle of it and we have already tested it multiple times in this cycle. As you can see, we tested it here, here. So now we are pretty much testing it for the 5th time. And if you look at what happened in the previous cycle when we tested it for so many times, for example, in the previous cycle, we also tested it 4 times. So we tested it here, and here. And when we tested it for the 5th time, we actually stayed above it and we had this altcoin season. So, things do not have to play out the same, but in the previous cycle, we tested it 4 times, and in this cycle, we tested it 4 times. And right now, in the 5th time, if we do manage to get back above it, then in my opinion, we should not drop below it for a very long time because, if we want to copy what we did over here, then we should stay above it. Now, we also had 4 crosses this cycle, and by the crosses, I mean this one right here and this one right here, where the green line or the red line went above the green line and the green line went above the red line. So, as you can see, we had 4 of these crosses this cycle, and if you look at what happened in the previous cycle, we only had 3, and when we had the 3rd one, we actually did something. Now, of course, you could also call this a cross, but as you can see, if you zoom in right here, it was not really a cross, so I don't know if I want to call that a cross. You can if you want, I'm not gonna. And of course, we're not copying exactly what happened over here. ADA Bitcoin is actually copying the Bitcoin dominance chart, so this chart is pretty much the Bitcoin dominance chart, but upside down. So take a look at this chart for a second, and then look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. It's the exact same thing. So here on the Bitcoin dominance chart, we only went up for the past 2 years. And on the ADA chart, we did the exact same thing, but we did not go up, we went down. So, once we get an altcoin season, then we should have a huge pump on the ADA Bitcoin chart, and we should, well, I'm not saying that we will get a new high on the ADA Bitcoin chart because I don't think that's likely, but we should get to this previous high right here, and we will most likely get a lower high, which would not be bad because if Bitcoin goes to like, let's say 200 to 300K and ADA Bitcoin gets to like, let's say this level right here, I mean, that puts Cardano at like $8, so that's not bad. Now, of course, we do not have to go nowhere near close to that level. And also there's a trend line on this chart, as you can see, so if we want to actually prove that something more bullish is happening, we need to get above the trend line right here, and that right now is at 950, so we still need to go up quite a lot to get to that trend line. We need to go up at least like 50%, so there's a long way to go until then. Now, where could we top on the ADA Bitcoin chart in this cycle? Well, if you take this high right here and this high right here, you'll see that from this high to this high, we went down about 28%. So let's say we do the exact same thing in this cycle as well. If we take the 2021 high and we go down like 28%, that puts us at 4,536. So maybe this is where we will top on the ADA Bitcoin chart. Now, of course, maybe ADA will not be as strong as it was in the previous cycle. I see no reason to believe that right now. It's holding support levels, it's in a 1-2 setup, and it needs a third wave move, so I think it's very unlikely that ADA will not perform well in this cycle. But if it doesn't perform well, we should still see a pump, in my opinion, because we will get an altcoin season in maybe October or November or December. It should start in October, in my opinion. Maybe Bitcoin dominance has already topped. As you can see, it's currently at 57.6%, down about, let's say, 1% or so from this high right here. So maybe we have already topped. Like I said, I cannot confirm that, but there's a very big chance that we top either this month or next month. If we do not top in October, then we will most likely just keep going sideways until like December, and then we will most likely top in December. Honestly, that would not be that great because altcoins will pretty much continue to bleed against Bitcoin, which would not be nice. And also, I'm expecting Bitcoin to get to 100K by the end of the year. So Bitcoin dominance going up while Bitcoin goes to new all-time highs and hitting 100K. That would not make that much sense because if Bitcoin goes to 100K, that will wake up all of the altcoins and that will pretty much start the altcoin season. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Now let's continue on the ADA chart. Let's go on the 1 hour to see what's happening. And like I said, I think we will get a correction. We do not have to get a correction, but it really does look like we will get one. Now maybe we'll just continue pumping because at the end of the day, we still did not get to my third wave zone right here, and we still need to get to 53 cents and touch the 200% extension right there, which is the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup. And then after that, we still need a fourth wave and then a fifth wave up right here. And once we get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that the low is actually in the main second wave right here. Now, I know, maybe it is likely that the low is already in because the last time we had a cross on the bull market support band and then we went above the bull market support band, the last time that happened was right here. As you can see, we had a cross, we did nothing for a few weeks, just like right here. Then we went above the bull market support band, we pretty much went overbought on the daily, I think. Yeah, we went overbought on the daily right here, and then we just continued going up and up. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone thought this was the end of the pump for ADA right here because, you know, we were overbought, so it would only make sense to go down after that. But no, ADA still did another 2x from that point, so I still believe ADA will continue going up, and we should go to 53 cents, and then we should get a correction. That probably will go to, let's say, about 45 cents or so, maybe 40 cents. Actually, no, 40 cents is way too deep. So yeah, once we get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that the first wave move of the main third wave move has started. Until then, yeah, there's not much going on. Of course, I mean, Cardano still went up from about 28 cents to about 40 cents, but that's not enough considering the fact that we went down from 84 cents, or actually no, 81 cents to about 27 cents. So we still need to recover, and I'm not saying that we will recover. I mean, nothing is certain in crypto, but it is very likely that we do recover because, like I said, we need an altcoin season very, very soon, and at the end of the day, Cardano is holding support levels. It did not invalidate the structure, so at some point we need a third wave move to the upside. But anyways, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out our memberships if you want access to all of these charts, and if you want us to cover specific altcoins for you, we've changed the memberships. And for example, if you are subscribed to the second tier membership for 2 months, you get a personal altcoin analysis. So, if you want us to cover a specific altcoin for you, check out the memberships and like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.